Hey, it's Courier Girl, and let's talk about fun. So, if you work as many hours as I do, it can become all work and no fun. And while I have time in between jobs, a lot of times I don't have time to go home and do things or to meet up with people or just to do fun stuff. It's a little bit of time here and there, but it's not a lot of time. So, what do I do for fun? How do I carve some fun into my day so that I don't get like all dull and boring and, grumpy? So, one thing that I love to do if I have extra time is there's a couple different parks that I go to, and I love to take a walk in the park or just sit. There's one of them has a little pond, and I'll just sit on a bench and watch the ducks. That's fun for me. I will listen to certain podcasts that are just about humor or comedy things. I'll stream them on my phone while I'm driving. That's fun for me. I will, if I have a little bit of time, I might stop at a store and do some shopping, not like the necessity shopping, but just, window shopping, looking around. I'm not a big shopper, but sometimes it is fun to do that. Sometimes I will go and get an extra special coffee or another drink. I don't do that often because it's expensive and because I generally drink my coffee black, but every once in a while I like to have something, super fancy. Or I might give myself a treat by getting my favorite meal at a restaurant that I don't usually go to, or like a dessert or something like that. So those are all fun for me too. And sometimes if I have extra time, which I don't always, and it takes some time, I'll even stop at a library or bookstore and peruse, what's new and what's going on. I usually like to have a little bit more time when I do that though. The other thing that I will do every once in a while is on a Friday night, if I get a run that's far away on Friday afternoon, like let's say I have a 2 hour drive, I might just decide to stay in that city overnight and come back Saturday and, get a hotel. It doesn't have to be super expensive. I'm fine with the cheap hotels. And then just kind of see the sights of the city. Sometimes just being in a new location or area is awesome. I can do it last minute. I always keep a little bag in my van that has extra clothes because you never know if you're going to spill something, but it's also like an overnight bag. It's got, extra toiletries and stuff in there too. So I could just decide on the spur of a moment, hey, I don't have to get up early Saturday morning, so I'm just going to not come home Friday night. So I don't do that often, maybe once every couple months, but it is nice and it is kind of like spontaneous. So that's a lot of fun too. One day I had an hour and a half between runs, and so I was downtown, so I just stopped at the art museum and I checked it out for a while. The only thing I would say is set a timer so that you don't stay too long if you do something like that. I rarely have time for a movie. In fact, I don't think I've ever done that, but if you do have enough time, you could do that. Um, I've gotten a haircut in between jobs, which isn't, fun, but it's not something I do often. So for me, it's kind of like an extra thing. It's kind of like a treat. I don't know. You could get a massage if you have time to do that, or a pedicure or manicure, or if you are like car shopping or motorcycle shopping or whatever, you could stop at some dealerships and check things out. But whatever you find fun or interesting, see if you can work them into your day somehow. Depending on where you're driving to and what you're doing, you might be able to work in, even if it's 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there, not a big deal. But it really enhances your quality of life. So, yeah, so that's what I do for fun these days. What do you do for fun? Let me know in the comments. All right, that's it. See you on the road.